first of all, what I'm about to say is not a comment on what we're going to do at the next meeting. That is obviously very much to be decided. So this is a more general comment. I think we've moved from a period where, and I think we've discussed this before, I would disagree with you on this catch-up point because of the nature of the shocks that we've had, and particularly the shocks we had last year coming from the Ukrainian war. So there was a period where it seemed to me it was clear that rates needed to rise going forwards, and the question for us was how much and over what time frame. But we're not, I think, in that phase anymore, and that's why we shifted our language to being much more evidence and data driven to start with. That was important. We also introduced in August, very deliberately, the point that we think policy is now restrictive in its impact. And I say that because I think the judgments now are much finer. Because I think, I understand your point, as it were. I think we are much nearer now to the top of the cycle. And I'm not therefore saying we're at the top of the cycle because we've got a meeting to come, but I think we are much nearer to it on interest rates on the basis of current evidence. Now, just to finish, going back to Swati's point, it's interesting that, by the way, the 6% today is 5.6. The market's come off a bit, so it's 5.75 today. The difference between holding it flat for 3 years, which is our sort of forecast period, and the market curve, the average interest rate difference is about 0.25%. So it's not a very large number, and that's because one of them goes up and comes down, and the other one stays flat. But the average, so the up-down is about 0.25% higher on average than the flat. And I think one of the questions that we obviously do consider, and we'll have to go on considering that carefully, is there anything more beyond that 0.25% average difference in putting them up and bringing them down again, or is, as Swati said, is the holding constant path once we feel we're at the right level? Because I just again make this point, I am not making a comment on the next meeting. The right thing to do, and that will be an important judgment we have to make. So